hit the right button when you go from one scene to the next and not cancel the live stream. Oh. It's F7, Ronnie, not F4. All right, so here the Boston Bruins. They're the road team. They're going to be in the white uniforms with the gold numbers on the back. Bronco Horvath is your center, 66 points. That's a lot of points for the era. It was only a 70-game season. He's your starting center. Johnny Busick, the Chief, on the left wing, 21 goals and 31 assists. And Vic Stasiuk, who I believe, mostly played for the Rangers. 21 goals and 35 assists. The defensive starters for the Bruins, Fern Flaman, 15 assists. He did not score. And the other right defender is Alan Stanley. Rock star kind of looks like Fabian. And when you see that blue sweater, you're thinking Toronto Maple Leaf. Don Simmons is behind the pipes tonight for the Bruins. He has a 2.41 goals against average and a 9.16 save percentage, and did not wear a face mask. For the Canadiens at center, Jean Beliveau, 27 goals, 32 assists, and 93 penalty minutes. Dickie Moore, he led the NHL in scoring in 57-58 with 84 points, 36 goals, 48 assists. Bernie Boom Boom Geoffrion on the right wing, 27 goals, 23 assists. All the Canadian starters are Hall of Famers. Doug Harvey is your left defender, 9 goals, 32 assists, and 131 penalty minutes. And on the right, Tom Johnson, who would later coach the Bruins to a Stanley Cup in 1972, 3 goals and 18 assists. And Jacques Plante, who I believe this was the year he toyed with the face mask, a 2.11 goals against average and a 9.22 save percentage. And we say hello to those of you watching, and hope you weren't watching before when we screwed up. So the computer will run the lines. Horvath and Beliveau at center ice. The Bruins will be skating from left to right. Montreal from right to left. This is the custom rink that Dave Gardner made. So Buick, Horvath, Stasiuk, Flaman, and Stanley with Simmons in the net. Beliveau with Geoffrion and Dickie Moore on the wings. Johnson and Harvey on defense, and Jacques Plante, isn't he looking so pretty there, will be between the pipes. Henri and Maurice Richard are on the second line for Montreal with Marshall on the left. And we'll go through as we go through the hockey game. So here we go. We drop the puck. Face-off is coming, and it's won by Montreal. Beliveau in their own zone. Loose puck. Beliveau and Flaman scramble for it. Beliveau out to center, and here come the Bruins. Horvath the other way. Horvath has the puck behind the net over to Busick. Busick, first shot of the game, and Plante makes the save. So 38 seconds gone. Second line in. Don Marshall is the left wing. Henri Richard, he kind of looks like Paul Newman a bit, doesn't he? This was his big year, 80 points, second in the NHL in scoring. And Maurice Richard can still score. He averaged more than a point a game for the Canadiens. Delars Saint Laurent is one defender. And Jean-Guy Talbot is the other defender. For the Bruins, Don McKinney is the second line wing center. Larry Regan is the left wing. And Jerry Tapanzi is the right wing. Doug Bones is the right defender. And Leo Boivin is the left defender. In the Montreal zone, McKinney and Richard on the face-off. It is won by Montreal. And will be Marshall over the line to Maurice. Maurice to Henri. Henri one-timer. To St. Laurent, rather, and that's wide left. Boston has it. They'll skate it out. Regan to Topanzini. Around the boards. There's pinned. Montreal has it. Talbot in the zone to Richard. Over to Marshall. Regan with a hit. Here come the Bruins. Boston has it at center. Slapped in by McKinney. Regan to McKinney. In trouble. He lost it. Gives it away to Marshall. To one of the Richards. To Marshall. Talbot. Blue line special. Shot right on the net. Simmons with an easy save. And Boston controls the puck. Line changes all the way. It'll be Goyette, Olmsted, and Provost for the Canadiens with Talbot and St. Laurent at D. The Bruins do not change. Now the Bruins do. Caffrey to Boivin. Saucer pass. They dump it down the zone. Caffrey. McKell back over to Caffrey. Goyette with a steal. Here come the Habs. Moans and Olmsted battle for it. St. Laurent. Caffrey with a big hit. Boston at center. McKell around the boards. Montreal has it. Provost. Both teams change. First line's out. Jeffrey on behind the net. He's going to pass it around. Boom, boom. Well, fourth line anyway. To Jeffrey on has it. Bonin is open. Left wing. Long shot. Marcel shoots. Deflected by Boone. Bruins have it. They skated out. Hillman. Both teams change. First line in. Cheverville for Boston. Over to McKell. Back to Hillman. McKell at the point. Under pressure. Gives it away. Goyette with the puck. Third line is in for Montreal. Cheverville runs him in the boards. Now McKell. McKell trying to pressure behind the net. Stolen by Olmsted. Montreal will skate it out. McKell tries to check. It's dumped and chased in the corner. Provost to Olmsted to Doug Harvey. Back to Claude Provost. 19 goals on the year. Provost is going to shoot on Flamen. Outside shot wide. Misses everything. Over the glass and in the crowd. 15-17 to go. Opening stanza. Boston and Montreal have a shot apiece, but nobody has a goal. So first line out for the Bruins. Regan, McKinney, and Topazzini. Forwards. Boivin and Moans, the defensive pair for Boston. Henri Richard at center for Montreal with Marshall on his left and big brother Maurice on the right. Jean-Guy Talbot and Dollars St. Laurent on defense. Richard will draw it back. They're both sevens. That's good out of 10. Boston will win this face-off. McKinney to Regan over the line. To Topazzini. Jerry. Long shot saved by Plunt. Rebound goes to Boivin. Boivin with a shot. That's wide. That misses everything. And Montreal has it. They're going to change up. First line coming in. Talbot. Montreal skates it up balanced. Recovered in the neutral zone. Fern Flamen has it for the Bruins. No score early on. Shot behind the net. Cheverville to Caffrey. Over to McKell. McKell from the slot. He'll try to shoot high. No, that's actually blocked by Harvey. Here come the Habs the other way. Both teams change up. Boom, boom. To Flamen with a hit. Now here's Boston. Flamen to McKinney. To Topazzini. Jerry. He tries to find somebody. He's got Alan Stanley, the defender for the long shot, and Plant will hold on. 14:03 to go in the first period. No score between the Bruins and the Canadiens on Henri Richard night here on Retro Sports Network. So Talbot and St. Laurent are out on defense with the Richards and Marshalls. Johnny Busick, Horvath, and Stasiuk finally back on the ice for the Bruins with Boivin and Moans in on defense. Horvath and Henri Richard on the face-off. It'll be won by Montreal. Richard plays it in to Maurice. Maurice in the zone to Henri. Over to Marshall. His shot, save and a hold by Simmons. So first line out for Montreal. First line stays out for Boston. Beliveau and Horvath to the left of Mr. Simmons. Puck will be drawn back. Beliveau better on the face-off. Montreal will win it. And they get a shot. Beliveau from behind the net. He's got Dickie Moore open in the slot on the left. Wide open, mid-range shot. Moore shoots high. Simmons with the save. And Harvey and Horvath exchange some Easter greetings. And with 13:21 to go, the third line's out for Montreal. Goyette, Provost, and Olmsted. McKell, Cheverville, and Caffrey for the Bruins. Goyette hopes to draw it back. but the Bruins win the face-off. Mikkel, they get it out of the zone. Now they're tied up at center. Cheverfield over the line in the Montreal zone. Caffrey behind the net to Mikkel. Mikkel, point-blank range, saved by Goyette with a block. Montreal will have it. Talbot dumps it around. Goyette at center. Goyette skates it in. Olmsted, long shot for Bert Olmsted, and Simmons will get the glove on it. And we'll hold on. 12:38 to go. Opening period here at the Forum. Shots 4-3 in favor of Montreal. First line out for both teams. Regan, McKinney, and Topazini. Actually, it's the second line out for the Bruins. And the first line out for Montreal. Beliveau, Gevrion, and Dickie Moore. Beliveau and McKinney in the face-off. It is won by Boston. McKinney behind the net. Regan to Topazini. Jerry's over the line to Regan. Topazini, they go boom, boom the other way. They'll shoot. Plant with a save. And he'll freeze it. And again, the shots are 4-4. Henri Richard out with his brother Maurice and Marshall. McKinney, Regan, and Topazini out for Boston. And the face-off is won by Montreal. Richard wins it in their own zone. Henri now into Boston territory. St. Laurent. Blue line special blocked by Topazini. Boston has it. They'll change up. Boyven, Leo brings it up. Horvath over the line. Stasiuk to Johnny Busick. One-timer from the Chief. That misses wide. Montreal has it. Bonin. Jeffrey on 2 to Bonin to St. Laurent. St. Laurent, long slapper, and Simmons stands tall with a glove save. Jeffrey on and Horvath wish each other a happy St. Patrick's Day. We got ourselves a whistle. 11:34 to go, first period. No score. So the Richard brothers are in for this offensive zone face-off. Horvath with Busick and Stasiuk for the Bruins. Henri hopes to draw it back. He does. Habs win the face-off. Controlled by Henri. He's got Marshall in the middle. Or inside Marshall. Trying to feed him. He shoots Simmons with a save. So we'll do it again. Goyette, the third line center for Montreal, out there with Olmsted and Provost. No changes for the Bruins. Turner, the fifth defender. Bob Turner, also play with the Blackhawks, is out there with Doug Harvey on defense. Larry Hillman is the fifth defender for the Bruins. Both teams could only dress 16 skaters and 2 goalies, so it's 3 full offensive lines and really an extra skater on the 4th offensive line and 5 defenders. Goyette and McKinney to the right of Simmons. Face-off was won by Montreal. Goyette to Olmsted. Burt to Hover to Harvey. Goyette, Provost. Provost finds behind the net. Finds Olmsted left side. Long shot blocked by Topazini, and the Bruins have it. Regan to Flaman. They break it out. Topazini in the Montreal zone. Hillman slaps one. Plant with a save. With the glove, he lets it loose. Montreal will take it. Second line coming in for the Habs. Both teams change. Richard comes in across offside, and Turner and Mikkel put the gloves in each other's faces and just say, "How are you? Good to see you." 10:20 to go, first period. No score. So Beliveau and Horvath will take the face-off just outside the blue line in front of the Boston zone. Horvath with Busick and Stasiuk. Beliveau with Dickie Moore and Boom Boom Jeffrion. So the face-off is won by Montreal in the direction of Boom Boom. Still looking for our first goal. Moore in the zone to Boom Boom. Beliveau has it. Beliveau behind the net. Doesn't like his options. Montreal pass around. Jeffrion. Jeffrion's going to penetrate on Boyven. Jeffrion had 27 goals in half a season, essentially. He's going to penetrate. He can't get past him. High slapper instead. Trying to go over Simmons' shoulder, and Don Simmons got the stick on it. Rebound, loose puck, fought for by Horvath and Belleville. Horvath has it. Bruins in control. Busick chips it into zone. They'll chase it down. Montreal will bring it out the other way. Jean-Guy Talbot skates it out. No score. Halfway home here in the first. Geoffrion poked away by Busick. Now Moans and Moore have the hit. Moans comes out with a Boston at center. Chevrolet skates it in the Habs zone. Both teams change as they dump and chase. Flaman to McKell. McKell lost it. Henri Richard to Harvey to Johnson. Tom Johnson is hit by Chevrolet. He's got the puck at center. And then they dump it back in. Now Flaman, as both teams change. Regan dumps it in to Topazzini from McKinney. Harvey with a hit. Harvey pokes it away. Montreal the other way. Olmsted to Harvey. Over the line. Harvey, heavy slapper, and that is held on by Simmons. And with 7:57 to go, we got ourselves a face-off. Montreal is 8 shots. Boston is 5. Face-offs heavily in favor of the Habs, 72% to 27%. Bruins have had 9 shot attempts to Montreal's 13, but only 1 scoring chance in the game, and we haven't even had a power play. So Buddy Boone on the ice for Boston, 4th line for them. Norm Johnson, not the kicker you'll see for Seattle in our game tomorrow, is at center. And Jerry Topazzini, proudly in his Bruins uniform, as the other forward. Stanley and Moans on defense for Montreal. Marshall with the Richard. Henri with an offensive zone faceoff. Puck is dropped. It's won by the Bruins. Topazzini to Stanley. Gives it away at center ice. Here come the Habs. Moore to Geoffrion to Johnson. Over to Belleville. He'll slap one there, but Simmons is equal to the challenge. Moore and Topazzini doing some pushing and shoving. And the 4th line's out for Montreal. Busick, Horvath, and Stasiuk. First line out for the Bruins. Bonin, Pronovost, and Geoffrion out for Montreal. Pronovost hopes to win this by drawing it back. Face-off in the zone is won by Montreal. Tied up, but here come the Habs. Harvey, the Boom Boom sees Bonin open. Left mid, Bonin, bad angle shot. Puts it on net, and that misses wide everything. Wide of the net, Bruins have it. They'll change up. Hillman starts the rush the other way for Boston. Boivin to Caffrey, circles around, gets in the zone. Boivin at the point, hit by Dickie Moore. Montreal skates, and it'll be breaking it out. Geoffrion to Moore in the zone. Moore hit by McKell, and we got a power play. McKell hit him too hard, and with 6:18 to go, we got ourselves a power play. No score. Shots in favor of the Habs, 9-5. So McKell, 2 minutes for roughing at 13:54 the first. My mom's saying hi in the Facebook chat. So Richard against Chevrolet. Chevrolet and Boone, the forwards, to kill this off for the Bruins. Boivin and Hillman will try to kill it off defensively. The Richards and Marshall are on the forwards. Talbot and Tom Johnson, the defenders, trying to set up the goal. Face-off is won by Montreal. Henri Richard behind the net will pass it around. He's got it to Marshall. Back to Henri Richard. Back to big brother Maurice. Maurice is going to penetrate. Can he get in? Maurice tries to get in. He does get by him one-on-one with Simmons. Gonna shoot. No! What a save by Simmons. Got it with a stick. Rebound is loose. Controlled by Marshall. Behind the net, they'll send it back up. Over to Maurice Richard. Doesn't like what he sees. He'll pass it around again. This time it's Marshall. Marshall sees Tom Johnson open on the point. At the blue line, Johnson tries to set up the rebound. That won't hit anything wide of the net left. Marshall has it behind the net. Henri's open it between the dots. Richard. Henri shoots. That's blocked by Boone. And the Bruins will skate it out. They clear. So Montreal sets up again. 5:44 to go. Or 5:26 rather. Boston will clear it again. Both teams change up. Dickie Moore, first line on for Montreal. Harvey to Beliveau to Moore behind the net. Doesn't like what he sees. 43 seconds to go on the power play. They pass it around again. Beliveau. Beliveau's going to penetrate on Boivin. Beliveau at 59 points in 55 games. Jean Beliveau tries to get a move. Taken away by Boivin, and Boston will clear it. But Geoffrion gets it at center. He has it, dumps it in behind the net. Geoffrion looks for Dickie Moore outside for the shot. Moore puts that one on the net. Simmons with the stop. Rebound is controlled by Geoffrion behind the net. Power play coming to an end. 14 seconds to go. Beliveau's open between the dots. Going to try to get the shot off. Beliveau. One-timer is saved by Simmons. Montreal has put 3 shots on the power play. Beliveau, they're going to have one more chance here. Dickie Moore open on the outside. Long shot for Moore. From the right. Simmons saw that all the way, and that will be the end of the power play. 4:18 to go in the period. No score between the Habs and the Bruins. This is an Henri Richard tribute game presented by HockeyTournaments.com on Retro Sports Network. So Goyette, Phil Goyette, played for a while. That picture is actually with St. Louis. Claude Provost is the right wing. And Bert Olmsted, who also did some time with the Maple Leafs. Those are your wingers. Jean-Guy Talbot. Oh, he looks so young there, doesn't he? And Delars St. Laurent. I've showed you those pictures already. For the Bruins, Fleming McKell. He's already had 2 penalty minutes, a hit, and 3 giveaways. Rial Cheverfield. Played a long time with the Bruins. And Jack Caffery. Oh, he's a baby there. He's got himself a hit. Face off coming to the right. On the left is Simmons. McKell will win it. Bruins will skate it out. McKell hit by Goyette. Montreal has it. Olmsted to St. Laurent to Goyette. Behind the net. Looks for St. Laurent for a long shot. Wrister. Simmons sees that all the way. Gets a kick on it. And it will. Bruins will bring it into the Montreal zone, but they can't hold. Line change coming. Talbot for the Habs. Everybody changing up. Montreal. Bonin in trouble. Loses the puck. Boston has it. Stanley. Stanley tries to set it up. He's going to shoot instead. Plante with an easy save. And we'll get a face-off. 3:17 to go in the first period. And the Bruins have an offensive zone face-off coming. The Richard brothers and Marshall. The forward lines. Horvath with Busick and Stasiuk. For Boston. Fleming and Stanley on defense. Johnson and Talbot defensively for Montreal. Horvath and Richard on the face-off. Won by Henri. Behind the net. Talbot. They clear it, but not far enough for an icing. Fleming the other way. Boston looking to put some pressure on. Both teams change. Regan dumps it in. Topazzini to Stanley to Topazzini. McKinney behind the net. He's going to have it. Give and go. Gets off the shot. Plante. Save and a hold. So the Bruins have 7 shots to Montreal's 14. 2:33 to go in the first. No score between the Bruins and the Habs. So Beliveau is out for this face-off. His line, and so is Horvath. Face-off is won by the Bruins. See if they can put some pressure on. Stasiuk has it over to Busick, the Chief. Between the dots, Plante saw that one all the way. And with some more pushing and shoving after the whistle. family doing some, what are we doing tonight? That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Would you close? You're supposed to close. Got the wrong tab open. There. Close. Close. All right. So I can see no one watching. All right. McKenny and Richard on this face-off. McKenny to the right of Plant at the top of your screen. The Richard's on the face-off. No score. End of the first period. 2:19 to go. Face-off is won by the Bruins. In the direction of Regan. Over to Moans. Moans with a slapper from the point. And that is blocked by or Turner, rather. No rebound. Montreal will change up. Turner. They skated across. Montreal in the zone. Provost hit by Flamen. Boston the other way. Stasiuk at center. The Bruins will set this up. Under 2 to go. Going to change coming up. Belleville's line is out there. Both teams change up. The Richards are on. St. Laurent. Henri Richard to Talbot. Talbot can't handle the puck. McKell for the Bruins. About a minute to go. They try to break it out. Moans to Busick. They dump it off the board. Stasiuk has the puck. Over to Moans to Busick. Busick. He's going to try a shot over the shoulder of Plant. Any luck? Nope. Jacques saw it all the way. And he'll freeze it with 40 seconds to go. The Bruins aren't very happy. Shots are 14-9 in favor of Montreal. Beliveau, Geoffrion, and Moore are out for the Habs with Harvey and Johnson, McKell, Cheverfield, and Caffrey for the Bruins. Bruins trying to win this in their own zone. Won by Montreal. Harvey to Moore over the line, and they come across offside. 25 seconds to go. No score, and the face-off as Henri Richard comes back out will be just in front of the Bruin zone. McKenny coming the other way. So Henri Richard in his game, no points because there's no score. Hasn't had a shot on goal, but Montreal has done well with the face-offs. Him and McKenny put the 6 down. It is won by Montreal. Henri to Maurice. They're going to skate it in. Turner. Dying seconds of the period. Goyette as they change to Provost. Provost is going to try a one pass here to set up the period, and it won't work. Olmsted and Horvath exchange Easter greetings. We've played one period here in Montreal. Shots 14-9 in favor of the Canadiens. Scoring chances 2-1 for Montreal. Block shots 4-3. And the power play is just the 1. And Montreal couldn't score. No score after 1. So HockeyTournaments.com scoring summary, and we haven't had any. McKell with a lone penalty. Face-off wins 13-7 for Montreal. 14-9 the shots on goal. Hits 7-3 in favor of the Bruins. And this has been kind of a mild affair, to be honest. So, first line's on for both teams. Beliveau and Horvath with a fresh sheet of ice. Puck is dropped. Horvath is taken out. Busick will take the face-off instead, and Montreal will win it. Busick kicked it out. Montreal has it in their own zone. Moore into the Bruins zone to Beliveau. Over to Moore. Stasiuk with the steal. Back on the Bruins. Horvath. From Stasiuk, Horvath. They play give and go. Horvath lost the puck. Beliveau takes it out over center. The circle back, Stasiuk the other way. Busick to Stasiuk, and Beliveau with the steal. And a minute 7 gone. Flamen with the steal in the zone. Boston trying to set something up here. Busick behind the net. He gets it back. He'll take the shot. Here's a shot. Plant saw that one all the way. Off the blocker, and here come the Habs. Harvey as everyone changes up. Goyette, third line in. Goyette in the Boston zone. Olmsted to Provost, fourth line in, third line in, Olmsted, Provost will take the long shot, defended by Flaman and blocked by McKinney. Flaman gets it for Boston. They get it to center. Goyette. Montreal tries to set up the scoring chance. Olmsted across the line. McKinney with the boom hit. Montreal not very happy. Bruins will change. Alan Stanley sets up the next rush from behind the Boston net. Both teams change. McKell to Cheverfield. He takes a long shot. That is blocked by Montreal. Pronovost. Canadians trying to be a little more aggressive. Bonin into the Boston zone to Jean-Guy Talbot to Boom Geoffrion. Pronovost open between the dots. Can he get a stick on it? Slaps at it, and it's a save by Simmons. So face-off coming. Johnson and Pronovost for Montreal. 16:59 to go in the second period. No score between the Habs and the Bruins. So Pronovost hopes to draw this one back. He does. Maurice Richard and Bonin out there as the forwards. Bonin to Richard. Richard behind the net. Passes it around, seeing if they can set up something better. Richard doesn't like what he sees again behind the net. They'll play Dipsy Doodle again. Pronovost gives it away. Hillman for Boston. Here they come. Both teams change. Busick now over center to Horvath. Boyven one-timer. And Stasiak got a stick on it, but deflected it wide. No shot. Marshall, first line on for Montreal. No, Henri Richard. Maurice is in trouble. He'll lose the puck, taken away by McKinney. They chip it up the line to Topazzini. Hit by Maurice Richard. Montreal has control. Henri from behind his own net. 5 minutes gone here in the second period. Boston hit at center. Regan in their own zone, or in the Montreal zone. Regan, he's set up for the shot. He will put it on the net, and Plante makes the easy save. Rebound. Montreal. Henri Richard, line change coming. Goyette, Olmsted, and Provost coming on for Montreal. McKell, Cheverfield, and Caffrey, the forwards for the Bruins. Montreal trying to be careful not to make a mistake. Olmsted skates it into Goyette. Talbot. Long wrister misses everything wide right. Moans. They skate it out, only to center. Johnson skates it in the zone. Beliveau, first line in. Beliveau trying to create. Beliveau with a shot. And Simmons sees that one all the way. Got it with a stick. Rebound is loose. Flaman knocks it away. Montreal has it at center. St. Laurent at the red line. They will try to skate or pass it in the zone. Both teams change. Beliveau to Boom. Over to Moore, off his stick, Topazzini, 2-on-1 rush the other way. Talbot back, Flaman tries to pass, but he can't do anything with it. Now Olmsted in the Boston zone to Harvey. Harvey finds Provost open on the inside. 1-on-1 against Simmons and a save. Puck is frozen, 13:36 to go in the second. Shots are 17-11 for Montreal, but the scoreboard has a bunch of goose eggs. No score. McKell and Pronovost. To the left is Simmons on the top of your screen. McKell, Cheverfield, and Caffrey. The forwards, Flaman and Stanley, are the Bruins' defense. Pronovost, Bonin, and Richard, the wingers. Talbot and St. Laurent, the defenders for Montreal. Pronovost will hope to draw it back. He does. Montreal wins the faceoff. Maurice Richard has it. Pronovost between the dots from Maurice Richard. Pronovost. Oh, Simmons saw that all the way. Makes a good save. Puck is loose. Boston controls. Here comes Stanley. He helps you do things right. Both teams change. Stanley dumps it in. Topazzini. McKinney at the blue line to Regan. Regan gives it away. Here come the Habs. Doug Harvey steers it in. Stolen away by Horvath. Boston tries to start again. They dump it down all the way. Montreal will skate it back. Geoffrion. behind the net. Doesn't like what he sees. He's out there with the first line. Geoffrion. Beliveau between the dots. From Geoffrion. Beliveau with a shot. Horvath hopes to get a stick on it. He shoots and he misses wide right. Simmons. Oh, and Geoffrion is out. Boom Boom is being helped from the ice. He somehow skated and caught a rut in this rough form ice and twisted his knee. So Maurice Richard goes to the front line, and Henri will play with Provost and Marshall. Mikhail, Caffrey, and Cheverfield out for the Bruins. Henri Richard face off in the Bruin zone. Hopes to draw it back. Face-off is won by the Bruins. Mikhail into the zone. Stanley to Cheverfield. Poked away by Henri Richard. Caffrey and Talbot fight along the boards. Talbot, it's a giveaway. Henri Richard. Montreal wants to set up the breakout. Talbot hit by Mikhail. Bruins have it. Moans to Mikhail. They pass it along. Cheverfield behind the net. Gets it back on a give and go. From the face-off dot. He'll shoot. Plante gets a piece of that. And Montreal has it. Talbot. Everybody changing for Montreal. 10:47 to go in the second period. Both teams change up. Goyette to Olmsted. Skates it down the left side. Goyette to Pronovost. Pronovost can't keep it on his stick. Here comes Horvath and the Bruins. Horvath. They clear it out, but no icing. Montreal controls. It's Turner, the defender. Turner. As Montreal sets it up to go from right to left. They have it. Moore in the zone. Hit by Moans. Boston. Moans the other way. Halfway home in this game, and there's no score. Shots 19-12 in favor of Montreal. Horvath is in, but the puck was... He beat the puck in. 9:45 to go. And the score remains none. So Horvath and Beliveau. First line in for the Bruins. Fourth line-ish out for Montreal. Face-off in front of the blue line. Won by Boston as they try to get it in the Montreal zone. Horvath gets it in. Over to Stasiuk. Saucer pass to Busick. Sends it back to Flaman. Fern can't score. Plante with a save. Rebound goes to Jean-Guy Talbot. And back come the Canadiens. Both teams change it up. Henri Richard to Provost. Henri Richard. Provost. Richard. Provost. Right side. From the dot. Gets good wood on it, but misses everything wide left. Here come the Bruins. Horvath. Boston. Everybody changes. Flaman. Mikhail in the Montreal zone. Flaman will wrist it, and he misses wide left. Montreal. Dickie Moore. Montreal trying to press for that goal. Marshall loses the puck. Topazzini has it for the Bruins in the zone. Over to Hillman. Hillman lumbers one in for Boston. Larry Hillman makes it 1-0. And it's from Topazzini and Flaman. And the Bruins draw first blood. Here comes the announcement. Boston goal scored by Hillman, his first, assisted by Topazzini and Flaman at 11:45 of the second period. Hillman from Topazzini and Flaman at 11:45. So shots are 5 aside in the period. Face-offs are still in favor of Montreal, 16-9. Beliveau, Moore on his left, Maurice Richard on his right. Johnson at center for the Bruins, with Boone on his left and Topazzini, the assister, on his right. Boivin and Moans defensively for Boston, Harvey and Turner for Montreal. Beliveau and Johnson from the center dot, won by the Bruins. Johnson Topazzini, they break it out. Topazzini in the zone. Loses it. Here comes Montreal. Harvey, they'll display a basic offense here. Provost over the line to Henri Richard. Back to Saint Laurent. Dallaire. Rister. Simmons with a save. Got it with the glove. Gives it to Stanley. We get it to center ice. Beliveau. Tries to skate it in to Bonin over the line. Maurice Richard. Maurice Richard behind the net. He's got Bonin open. Left side. Bonin. Marcel. His slapper is saved and held by Simmons. 7:06 to go. Second period. 21-14. The shots in favor of Montreal. Horvath and Beliveau to the left of Simmons. On this face-off, it is won by Boston. Moans has it. Loose puck. Horvath and Harvey fight along the boards. Horvath and Boston will clear it to center. But Provost has it. Here back comes Montreal. They change Marshall to Talbot. Provar. Henri Richard. Long wrister. Simmons with the save with the stick. Rebound goes to Boston. Stanley waits as the Bruins make a change. Regan over the line. Regan. Tillman, the goal scorer. Back to Regan. McKenney. McKenney from the center. Nope, Plot saw that one. And we got a face-off. 6:04 to go in the second. 1-0 Bruins. So McKell and Goyette with a face-off. Provost on the right of Goyette. Olmsted on the left. Cheverfield and Caffrey are McKell's wingers. Stanley and Moans the defenders for the Bruins. Tom Johnson and Talbot on defense for Montreal. Balanced offense. Goyette and McKell on the face-off. Won by Montreal. They have it in their own end. Pronovost to Goyette to Johnson. Coughs up the puck that's loose. Won by Boston. Alan Stanley quarterbacks the next rush for the Bruins. Moans to Horvath. Horvath gives it away. Montreal at center. Dickie Moore. They're going to press. Over to Richard. Maurice to Dickie Moore. Dickie Moore behind the net. Richard. Top right. Tries to shoot. One-timer. He shoots. Stanley with the block. Boston. Stanley. 5 to go in the second. Both teams change up. Boston clears to center. Provost got nailed. No whistle. The crowd is not happy. Provost will try to skate it in the zone. He gets in. Boone with a hip check. Boone for the Bruins going left to right in their white uniforms. They lead 1-0. Gets it to center. Dickie Moore takes it away. Dickie Moore. Montreal trying to create some offense. Saint Laurent. Beliveau. His wrister is held by Simmons. Turner and Boone do a little 50s hawk hopping there. 3:53 to go in the second. 1-0 Bruins. So Horvath and Richard. Richard on the face-off. That's Henri in his zone. He hopes to draw it to either Provost or Marshall to set up the shot in trying to tie this game. Face-off is won by Henri Richard. And Provost behind the net. Tries to saucer pass to Marshall. Marshall. Right side, Simmons with a save, and we'll have another face-off. Changing up, Goyette versus McKenney. Johnson and Turner defensively for the Habs. Stanley and Moans for the Bruins. Another offensive zone face-off, but Montreal has put 24 shots on, but nothing has gotten past Simmons. Remember, Simmons is not wearing a mask. Face-off is won by the Bruins. McKenney. 1-0 Bruins. Topazzini in the Montreal zone. They set it up. Regan. Hit by Turner. Here come the Habs the other way. Turner, they want to get aggressive. Line change coming. Dickie Moore to Maurice Richard. Give and go. Beliveau. Beliveau with a shot. Jean. That misses just wide to the right. The Bruins. McKell and Caffrey fight for it. They realize they're on the same team. 3 minutes to go in the second period. Stasiuk dumps it in for Busick. Over to Horvath. Horvath from Stasiuk. Stasiuk finds Busick. Left side out, blocked by Bonin. Didn't make it through. Talbot is forced to clear, but only to center. The Bruins, 15 shots on net, but they have the goal. Mikkel skates it in. Both teams change up. Stanley to Sheverfield to Flamen. Mikkel, he gives it away. It'll be Pronovost for Montreal. Quarterbacking this rush. 2:16 to go. Henri Richard to Johnson. Richard finds Provost inside. Provost. One-timer goal! Provost scores, and Henri Richard gets a point in his tribute game. So Provost gives Richard a hug, and it's 1-1 with 1:48 to go in the second period. Here's the announcement. Canadiens goal scored by Provost! Yay! Montreal, super awesome! Yay! At 18:12 of second period. Assisted by Henri Richard! Time in the goal, 18:12. So Montreal has toughed and they've puffed. They've got 38 shot attempts in the game, 5 scoring chances, and they finally put one past the Bruins. So McKinney and Beliveau will be out for the face-off. Montreal's defensive core is tired, but the forwards are not. Beliveau, 5 shots on goal in 14 minutes. Moore and Richard on his right. That's Maurice. McKinney out there with Regan on the left and Topazzini on the right. Topazzini assisted on the Bruins goal. Face-off was won by Montreal. Richard to Moore. Dickie Moore in the zone. Over to Richard. Richard and Moore. Give and go, and that's way wide left. Montreal at center. Moore dumps it in. Both teams change. Richard to Turner. Turner loses it. Bruins. Stanley to Stasiuk. Horvath. Bruins trying to get something going. Stasiuk, last minute. Turner with a steal. Under a minute to go. Both teams change up. Johnson to Provost to Johnson. Moans with a hit. Can the Bruins do something in the dying seconds? Mikkel behind the net. Mikkel, give and go. He's going to have a shot. Shoots. Plot is there. Rebound behind the net. Mikkel and Harvey fight for it. Doug Harvey with a win. Montreal, 16 to go. Talbot. Dump and chase, and that should end the period, I would think. Yes, they do. And we've played 2 here at the Forum. Both teams score. Shots 11-7 in favor of the Habs in the period. No power plays, 2 blocked shots. And the HockeyTournaments.com scoring summary, both goals came in the second period. Hillman first at 11:45 from Topazzini and Flamen, while Provost at 18:12 from Henri Richard, the man we're honoring. No power plays. Face-offs win 19-12 in favor of Montreal. Bruins have hit hard, 12 hits to 5. Block shots 6-5 in favor of the Bruins. Montreal has missed 8 shots, Boston 4. And if you're wondering about Henri Richard and his numbers tonight, Henri has played as an assist and a point. He's taken 1 shot. He's taken it away once. He's been out for 12 face-offs and won 8. 12 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock, averaging 29 seconds a shift. And there you go. Remember, so 1-1 after 2. So Beliveau and Horvath, if you weren't with us earlier, Boom Boom Jeffrion is hurt. Maurice Richard is playing the first line's right wing. Horvath and Busick with Stasiuk. Busick 4 shots. Beliveau has 5. And the face-off is controlled by the Bruins. Boston to Stasiuk. Slaps it in. Horvath behind the net to Busick. Over to Stasiuk. His shot. Clearly seen by Plot. And over to Johnson, and they steer it out. But only to center. Horvath to Busick. From the point. Plot got a piece of that. Loose puck in the crease. Montreal has it. Johnson to Richard. 3-on-1. Beliveau to Harvey. Harvey from the point. And that is redirected by Dickie Moore. And somehow Simmons got a hand on it. Oh, baby. Harvey put the initial shot on. And Dickie Moore deflected it right in the waiting glove of Don Simmons. Third line on for Montreal. Goyette with Pronovost and Olmsted. McKinney at center for the Bruins with Topazzini and Regan. No changes in defense. Goyette wins the face-off for Montreal. They get it to Harvey. Doug Harvey going to try for Olmsted in front of him. Topazzini pokes it away. McKinney over the line. He gives it away. Tom Johnson, the future Bruin, starts the next Montreal drive. Mowens, however, takes it away. Bruins have it at center. McKinney knocked off the puck by Goyette. Olmsted, odd man rush. Olmsted and Goyette. Olmsted to Goyette. Goyette, one-on-one on Simmons. Scores! Phil Goyette scores. Bert Olmsted with the assist. And Montreal goes up 2-1. Montreal, Canadian goal scored by Phil Goyette. Assisted by Bert Olmsted at 2:14 of the third period. Goyette from Olmsted. So quick work for Montreal. Fourth line out there. Well, it's telling me Bonin, but the stats say Dickie Moore. Horvath and Beliveau at center. 27-18, the shots in favor of Montreal. Face-off is won by the Habs. Horvath. Bonin has it. Hit by Johnny Busick, the Chief. Bruins at center. Topazzini. Skates it up right side. Both teams change up. Topazzini chips it. Plante will play it out to St. Laurent. Montreal hopes to break it out. Richard to St. Laurent. Busick picked his pocket, though, and Busick tries to dump it in. Horvath over to Flaman. From the point. That is blocked by Bonin. Montreal will have it. Beliveau, they lead 2-1. 16:38 to go in the game. Richard, Maurice behind the net. Belivau's open. Sweeps it right in the waiting stick of Don Simmons. Over to Stanley, and the Bruins trying to rush it the other way. Bruins dump it in. Plante goes from behind the net. They set it up the other way. It is lost. Stanley for the Bruins as they try to carefully put something together. Flaman to Regan behind the net. Now they go. McKinney skates it across. He'll shoot. That misses wide left. Montreal. Harvey just got nailed. The crowd doesn't like that. The Bruins are pretty happy. Harvey to Henri Richard. Henri. Slapper. No. Simmons with a save. Rebound is loose. Flaman and Marshall fight for it. Flaman has it. Boston looking to get some pressure on the Habs. They slot it in behind the net. Montreal recovers. It's Beliveau. He's out there with Moore and Richard. That's Maurice. Moore. Hit by Topazzini. Penalty coming up. Montreal going on the power play. Henri is out as the extra skater. Dickie Moore behind the net. They'll take their time to set this up right. Maurice Richard goes out to brother Henri for the long shot. Wrister. It scores! Deflected by Dickie Moore! Simmons didn't have a chance, and Henri Richard has 2 points in his tribute game. Dickie Moore had Simmons out of his net and just deflected it by. Richard was going to go left. Simmons was going for the left. Moore tapped it right, and it went in. So on the 30th shot of the game for Montreal, it's 3-1. Montreal goal scored by Dickie Moore, assisted by Henri Richard and his brother and better-looking player, Maurice Richard, at 5:51 of the third period. More from Richard and Richard. So Montreal has put up 5 shots in the period and scored on 2. Henri's out for the face-off. He's getting a standing ovation. Horvath will take the face-off for Boston. And the face-off is won by the Bruins. Boston, to Stasiuk, over to Horvath. Busick, hit by Talbot. Montreal the other way, and Horvath and Johnson drop the gloves. Johnson says, "You'll never win a cup without me." Horvath says, we continue to fight. The play was going on. They're throwing some punches. And Johnson got the better of it. 5 minutes aside in 1958. They're sharing the same box. So Horvath and Johnson go off. Here's the announcement. Boston penalty, 5 minutes for fighting from Horvath at 6:09 of the third period. Tom Johnson beat up Horvath. 5 minutes for fighting at 6:09 of the third period. So 4-on-4. McKenny and McKell, the forwards for the Bruins. Henri Richard and Provost for Montreal. Talbot and Turner on defense. Boyven and Hillman for the Bruins. So Richard, 14 minutes, 2 assists, 2 shots on goal. That should get him a star. Face-off in the Montreal zone is won by Montreal. Provost flips it over. Richard comes away with it. Passes to Turner. Back to Richard. Talbot. Simmons saw it all the way. Closed the legs. 13:35 to go in the game. McKenny and Richard. Henri hopes to draw it back. Face-off is won by the Bruins. McKell to Boyven. Back to McKell at the point. Provost with a hit. Can Montreal get a rush? They're going to get aggressive with it. Provost in the Bruin zone. Henri Richard. Goalie screen. Richard. Wrister. No. Simmons puts up the glove and we get a save and a hold. Face-off coming. Moore and Richard. Maurice Richard this time with Dickie Moore. McKenny and McKell out for the Bruins. 13 to go in the hockey game. 3-1 Montreal. Moore with a face-off. It's won by McKenny. The Bruins will set it up. McKell. McKenny. There's Wrister. That misses wide everything. Left. Montreal. Dickie Moore. Skates it up. Montreal changes. Moore to Maurice Richard. Back to Moore. That was the defenders that changed. Harvey and St. Laurent on the ice for Montreal. They pass it around. Moore goes to St. Laurent for a long shot outside. McKell, however, with a check. Here come the Bruins. McKenny, odd man rush to McKell. McKenny shoots. Plot with a stop. Oh, what a save. Loose puck behind the net. Harvey has it. Montreal will skate it out. 11:54 to go. 3:03 on the Fighting Majors. It's a balanced puck all the way down for an icing, and so we'll have a face-off in front of Jacques Plante. It'll be Henri Richard and Provost against Busick and Topazzini. Boyven and Hillman on defense. Hillman has the Boston goal. Henri Richard and Provost. The forwards, Jean-Guy Talbot and Turner on defense for Montreal. Richard versus Busick on the face-off. The Chief wins it in the Montreal zone. Busick, he throws it on the net. Plante to the equal and makes the save. 2.5 to go in the Fighting Majors. It'll be Henri Richard and McKenny on this face-off to the right of Plant, or the left of Plant. Won by the Bruins. McKenny has it. Hit by Talbot. Montreal has it. Henri Richard starts the rush the other way. Habs change up. Harvey dumps it in for Richard. Richard shoots, and Simmons deflects it wide. Rebound controlled by the Bruins. Boyven. Last half of the third period coming. Busick loses control of the puck. Here come the Habs. Turner. They skated in. Line change coming from Montreal. Provost. Talbot. The Provost. He misplays it. Hillman will control it. Boston in his own zone. Stanley. Flaman. Can't do anything with it. Montreal at center. Provost. Skating the puck in. Both teams change up. Harvey. Henri Richard. Provost. Last minute coming up of the majors. Provost shoots. Simmons with a save. 9:42 to play in the game. Dickie Moore and McKenny out for the face-off. Face-off is won by Montreal. Moore to Talbot to Maurice Richard. Moore is open. Maurice feeds Moore. Slapper. Simmons with a save. 35 shots, 32 saves for Simmons. Boston has put 20 on Plant, and only one has trickled over the line. So Moore and McKenny again in the Boston zone. The Bruins will win this face-off. McKenny dumps it behind the net, but Richard with a hit. Montreal has it. Moore sets it up behind the net. They can't find anybody open. Richard, Horvath, and Johnson are back on the ice. The majors are over. Richard will dump it around again. This time it goes to Turner. Turner will just throw it on there. Can he get a rebound? His slap shot blocked by Hillman. And the Bruins will skate it out. Line changes for everybody. McKenny to Horvath over the line. Fresh set of legs to Busick. Over to Horvath behind the net. Give and go. Horvath has the puck. He'll shoot. That's another save by Harvey with a block. My goodness, that hit off his butt. Montreal. Tom Johnson trying to get it out of the Bruin zone. Bonin does. Harvey at the point. Beliveau. Between the dots, that is wide right. No shot. Bruins play it out. They will try to get it going, but it's only played to Plant. Plant sets it up for Harvey. Maurice Richard is pretty tired as he skates off the ice. 7:42 to go. Bonin, high slapper from Marcel. And that won't even register as a shot as that goes wide left. Bruins, Busick and Flaman set up the next rush. Topazzini trying to go low right corner. Topazzini, and he went low and he missed wide. Wide right. Here comes Montreal. Johnson to Olmsted. Chips it in. Simmons will play it for the Bruins. Chipped it right to the goalie. And Boston will take it the other way. Stasiuk to Busick. Over to Bronco Horvath, the leading scorer. Horvath between the dots. Plant saw that one. Shot the Snake. Jake the Snake gives it away. Montreal being very careful. Last 6 minutes of the ball game. Olmsted comes across offside. Face-off coming in front of the Bruin zone. Horvath and Goyette. Horvath 18 minutes. Got in that fight. Only one shot. The Bruins have 21 on the game. The Chief has 6. Harvey and Turner, the defenders for the Bruins. Face off in front of the Boston zone. Goyette and Horvath. Goyette has a goal. Goyette will win the face-off. Montreal starts it up. Goyette hit by the Chief. Bruins bring it across. Boyven. Do they jump and chase or try to set something up? Caffrey over the line to McHale. Tries to get rid of it. He lost it. Montreal changes. In the corner. Pronovost to Olmsted. Tries to make something happen. Goyette from Harvey. flings it at the net. Blocked by Mons. Mons moves it out to center. Montreal. Mons broke his stick, by the way. Both teams change. A power play is coming from Montreal. Provost with a shot. Simmons gets a piece of it. The rebound is loose. Provost. Dickie Moore is in as the extra skater. Provost behind the net to Bonin, who's open. Bonin shoots. Simmons with a save. And Johnson gets called for the hook. And so 4:42 to go. Here's the call of the penalty. Bruins penalty by Norm Johnson at 15:18 of second period. 2 minutes for hooking. So the Bruins have only put 5 shots up on Montreal in the period. Face-offs are in favor of Montreal. Boston's hit hard. They blocked well. They've had 35 shot attempts. But outside of that goal midway through the second period, it's been all Montreal. Henri Richard, it's his game. He's got 2 assists. He led the NHL that year in assists. He's got Marshall and Provost out on the power play with Harvey and St. Laurent. For the Bruins, McKinney and Mons, the forwards, Boyven and Hillman, the defenders. Hillman, by the way, the defender, has the goal for Boston. Face off in the Bruins zone. Won by Henri Richard. He's done magnificently with that. Provost, Delbrechard. Henri shoots. That's wide left. Bounces in the corner. Marshall will try a wraparound from behind the net. Marshall. He'll shoot. Oh, what a stop by Simmons. Rebound, loose, Marshall. They'll pass it around. They're taking their time. 1:41 to go in the power play. Henri Richard is open. Richard between the dots. Point blank. Oh, what a save by Simmons. That rebound is controlled by Provost. Henri Richard. Out to Laurent at the point. Open for a rebound, blocked by Hillman. Marshall from behind the net. They'll take their time to set it up. 30 seconds gone on the power play. 4:14 to go in the game. Marshall for Provost from the right dot. He'll shoot. Hillman again with a good block for the Bruins. Can they clear? No. Only to Marshall. Richard is open in the middle. He shoots, and again Simmons with a save. And that's a hold. 3:55 to go in the hockey game. 1:13 in the hook call to Johnson. Shots 40-21 in favor of the Habs. Beliveau out center with Dickie Moore and Maurice Richard. McKell and Boone, the forwards trying to kill for Boston. Flaman and Stanley, the starting defenders for Boston. Talbot and Johnson are out for Montreal. Beliveau and McKell face off, won by Montreal. Beliveau to Maurice Richard. Back over to Johnson. One-timer, that misses everything wide left. And Dickie Moore has it behind the net. He's going to try a wraparound. Moore, one-on-one with Simmons. Can he get anything in? No, Simmons took it away. And the puck is frozen. 3:35 in the game, 53 on the power play. Beliveau out there with Maurice Richard and Dickie Moore. McKell and Boone out for Boston. Beliveau with a face-off. He'll win it for Montreal. Habs on the power play. Harvey slaps it on the net. Rebound off the stick is Simmons. And that rebound is controlled by Beliveau. Tries to feed Dickie Moore. Can't do it. Alan Stanley. Scooped up by Boone. Short-handed rush. Stanley to Boone. Boone overskates the puck, and the Bruins can't get the rush on. Here's Turner. 26 seconds left in the power play. Dickie Moore hit by Flaman. Boston at center. They dump it in the corner. Plot to Turner. As the power play comes to an end, they put 5 shots on and couldn't score. Henri Richard has it. Behind the net, flips it out to Harvey. right point, blocked by Stanley. Boston trying to get another goal. Norm Johnson skates it out. Busick off the boards to Stasiak. Into the zone, but he loses it. Doug Harvey has it. 2 minutes to go. Harvey forced to clear, and that's an icing. So 157, 3-1 Montreal. Beliveau and Horvath out for the faceoff. Busick and Stasiak top line out for the Bruins. Bonin at the left wing, Richard at the right, and Jean Beliveau to win the try the face-off. And the face-off is actually won by Beliveau. Habs, Saint Laurent skates it in the zone. Canadians change up. Goyette to Pronovost. Tries for Jean-Guy Talbot. From the point, that almost hit the crossbar. It just missed right. Horvath clears it. Habs have it at center. 1:24 to go. Olmsted to Goyette. Montreal taking their time to set this up. Olmsted. He'll dump it around. 1:08 to go in the hockey game. Pronovost to Talbot. Back to Pronovost. And try cross-ice pass to Olmsted. Pronovost gets caught up with it. Last minute of the game. Here comes Busick. Bruins pull their goalie. Boone. Extra skater's going to be McKinney. 45 seconds to go. Boyven to Johnson across the line. Moans. They got to shoot it if they're going to get anything on McKinney. Winds and fires out as wide of the post. Montreal has it. Olmsted to center. He'll try and shoot. He does. Boyven with a block. Good block by Boyven. Boston. Under 30 to go. Johnson. Topazzini into the zone. McKinney. Can he get the shot? No, it's Moans instead. Moans fires it. He'll miss way wide to the left. Actually not, as Jacques Plante puts it out of play, and the face-off will come in the Montreal zone with 11 seconds to go. Henri Richard getting a standing ovation. Bruins win the face-off. McKell, they won't get a shot off. Montreal has won the game 3-1. 17 shots to 6 in the period. Montreal just pressed and scored. And finally, Ratcast says, boo. So what a hockey game here. So the goals, Boston had the first goal of the game, Hillman from Topazzini and Flaman. And then all 4 goals were even strength. Provost from Henri Richard, Phil Goyette from Olmsted, and then Dickie Moore from Richard and Richard. Well, we're changing the stars around. We'll give Provost the number 2 star. You know, Simmons had 39 saves in the game. Montreal had 42 shots, Boston had 22. Provost gets the number Simmons will get the number 3 star. That's a lot of saves. Dickie Moore with his goal gets the number 2 star. The number 1 star, the honoree of tonight's stream, Henri Richard, with 2 assists. So in 18 minutes and 55 seconds, he had 2 assists, 6 shots, 1 missed, a takeaway. He won 10 faceoffs and lost 9. And for the big bad Bruins, they just couldn't put any pressure on Montreal. Fern Flaman and Topazzini with the assist, and Hillman got himself the goal. Leading shooter Johnny Busick put on 6. The hitters Flaman, Busick, and McKell had 3. But McKell gave the puck away 5 times. And so Flaman with 29 minutes on the ice. The leading shooter for Montreal is going to be Dickie Moore. He had 7. Hits 2 apiece for Talbot. Maurice Richard and Goyette. Boom, Jeffrey, by the way, got hurt. Beliveau gave it away twice. Pronovost gave it away 3 times. And Bonin and Harvey with the blocked shots. Well, there you have it. That was probably pretty typical of how 50s hockey went. That was a low-scoring, lots of gloves slapping on each other, a good defensive game. What did you expect? They did beat the Bruins in 6 games. So as I said in the beginning, this was the third of 5 straight Stanley Cups for Montreal, and one of the 11 won by Henri Richard, who passed away Friday, I believe at the age of 84. So number 16, of course, retired to the rafters of the Bell Center, or Centre Bell. So yes, Montreal was supposed to win. That's what they did a lot of in the 1950s. But the Bruins gave them a good game. The Bruins got the first goal. Montreal scored the last 3. Football tomorrow. It'll be the AFC Championship game between the Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. For HockeyTournaments.com, I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you the next time.